Hey guys, it's Pops Reviews, and I'm here back with another video, and I'm going to be doing another video here for the Squared Circle, a pro wrestling simulation game. So I'm kind of using more of the New York territory for this book because what I plan to do is I plan to do a card. I'm going to actually borrow something from the solo promoter. What he did for one of his videos was please check out his channel. He has content on this game, the Squared Circle, as well as other games such as the Phil Singer wrestling game and Go Fight Pow and other game content on his channel. So please check that out. He actually just did a video recently on this game, the Squared Circle, and he had a video just recently, a few videos ago, on the Squared Circle of a card that he went to as a kid. At the, I believe it was the LA Sports Arena, I think, or the Cow Palace, I think they call it. So he was there at a wrestling show, and he actually played out a wrestling card that he watched live at that show. So that had the Hart Foundation versus the British Bulldogs, and the main event, I believe, was Roddy Piper against Macho Man Randy Savage for the Intercontinental title. So I kind of thought, hey, that'd probably be cool, maybe to do maybe a card that I watched. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a card that I watched here in Winnipeg when I was 10 years old back in 1986 at the Winnipeg Arena, where the Winnipeg Jets used to play. And this was the main event on this card. Was Hulk Hogan taking on Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. This was, in '86 after Orndorff turned on Hogan in the summer, and my dad, God rest his soul, he passed away quite a few years ago, but he took my brother and I to go watch the WWF. He kind of surprised it on us, and as kids, as a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old going to go watch WWF, our first time watching WWF live. And to see Hulk Hogan wrestle Orndorff was just truly an amazing thing because the arena was sold out, and it was definitely one of the highlights of my life of watching a wrestling event that I'll always remember. So I looked up the card. I did remember a few of the matches that were on the card, but I did look it up just to make sure to see what other matches were on there. So we're gonna do a match here now. This actually technically wasn't on the card. We're gonna do a Steve Lombardi versus Les Thornton. They both were wrestling on the card, but their opponents were not. They weren't each other's opponents, and they aren't listed for this book here. So we're gonna do this match here, and we're gonna quick play this match here. So Steve Lombardi is a heel F, and Les Thornton is a face F. So, in the Squared Circle 1985 to 1990 New York territories, they have the quick play results chart. So, we're going to do an F versus F. We're going to roll the D10s. So, again, for quick play results, you have to have a D10, preferably a double digit one, like this one here, that goes up to 100, 10 to 100. And then you have a single dice D10. So we're gonna roll that, find out who won. Now, because one guy is a heel F and one guy is a face F, they're both kind of in the same ranking. But because of their PowerPoint ranking, Steve Lombardi is a 205 and Les Thornton is a 200. So Steve Lombardi is the higher ranked wrestler in this match. And we roll a 27. So a 27 on the chart here, F versus F. So a 27 would fall under this category, which is the lowest ranked wins. So the lowest ranked would be Les Thornton, because Lombardi's a 205, Les Thornton is a 200. So he wins. So now we go over to here, and we have to roll over here to see what happens. So this is a face over a heel if a face wins the match, because Les Thornton is a face F, and Lombardi's a face heel, F heel. So we roll the dice here, and we roll a 12. So Les Thornton won by disqualification. So, and then that is it. Les Thornton won by disqualification, and Steve Lombardi was using underhanded tactics, got caught by the referee, and the referee decided to disqualify Steve Lombardi. And he was not yet the Brooklyn Brawler yet. He was just Steve Lombardi here in 1986. So that ends that contest here. So now we're going to go to the next bout, scheduled for one fall here at the Winnipeg Arena. And making his way to the ring from the Soviet Union, weighing in at 313 pounds, Nikolai Volkoff. Nikolai Volkoff. And Nikolai Volkoff requests that you all rise and respect the singing of the Soviet national anthem. All right, Nikolai Volkoff and his opponent. Don't go messing with a country boy, country boy, country boy. From Mudley, Kentucky, weighing in at 305 pounds, Hillbilly Jim. Hillbilly Jim here at the Winnipeg Arena to take on Nikolai Volkoff. What a matchup this should be. The Big Russian and the Hillbilly going to go at it here. Now I'm going to have them... I'm going to play this match here at a level 3 since it was kind of towards like the opening match kind of thing. So Volkoff is a 234. So I'm just using calculators here to keep their points totals. I'm just using some cheapy calculators I picked up here. I had picked up these kind of turn dials here from Etsy, but they weren't really... This one works really well. I made sure to pick this one up. Like, this works really well. I picked up 4 of them, but a few of the other ones were... A couple of the other ones I have, they were kind of tight, so... And then sometimes it's really hard to see the numbers and the arrows and stuff like that, so... So the better solution I got for this was just to get some cheapy calculators at your local dollar store if you have one in your city that's, you know, like costing maybe $1.50 or whatever. So I said I'm playing this at level 3, so Volkoff's at 234, Hillbilly Jim is at 230. Okay, so level 3. And another thing I've added to this game, I've been trying out different things with this game. So one thing I added was we're going to double the damage for one, so the match goes a little quicker. You can play it out, you know, as you want, like, you know, single damage, whatever the chart says. But I'm going to play these matches with double damage. And the other thing is I'm going to have a momentum meter. So what that is that whoever gains control, whoever wins the initiative rolls, will go to that person. So then they'll get like a D6 dice. So then you put it here. So then, you know, if Hillbilly wins it, then he would get this here. And then the next time he makes a control roll, then you would add this to his control roll. So that would be a 17 to a 6. So then he would have control. And then the next time it would go up. So then he would have a 2-point advantage on his control roll. So it helps, you know, eliminate a bit of the wrestling raffle chart. But, you know, it doesn't go as far, you know, you could go up as many as 6. And then if Volkoff ever rolls control, then it would just, it would go away essentially. And then whoever has the control for the next roll, then they would get the momentum back. So it's not always going to stay with the one guy. As long as the other guy is able to roll a control roll, then it would go away. But if he has the momentum, then it would add to his control roll. Okay, so let's see how this plays out, right? So again, Volkoff is at a 234. Hillbilly is at a 230. We're playing at level 3. So here we go. Here's the start of the match. Hillbilly's in the blue dice. Volkoff's the red. So Hillbilly wins the control. He has that momentum to start there for the next time they roll. And now Hillbilly, he rolls a 74. And a 74 for Hillbilly Jim is a big headbutt from the Hillbilly. So that's 9. That's 9, 18 plus the dice roll. So that's 23. So minus 23. So now you see how the calculator comes in handy. So now Volkoff is at a 211. So at 211. So now Hillbilly has that point of momentum. So now we roll again for control. And it is Hillbilly has a 13. Volkoff has a 16. So this goes away. Volkoff gets control. He yells a 96. And a 96 for Nikolai Volkoff, the Russian, is a spinning kick. So that's a 16. So that's 32. And then 32, 33, 34 points of damage off that spinning kick. So now Volkoff gets to control because he wanted to control there. So now we roll again. And out. So Volkoff has the momentum 9-10 to 2. So now Volkoff. So now this will go up to a 2-pointer now for momentum. And he rolls a 97. Volkoff off that spinning kick. And now 97. He's going to get Hillbilly up in a big backbreaker. That's a big backbreaker submission. 23. So that is 46. 50 points of damage on Hillbilly Jim. And Hillbilly in a whole lot of trouble here. In that backbreaker, that's a submission hold. So now we go to the pinfall submission chart. So now Hillbilly is at a 146. Okay, so 146. So he's at a level 4. Or a level 3, sorry, because he hasn't got down to 115. So we roll here. Level 3, and Volkoff's backbreaker is a D. So D, level 3. So 5, 20, and a 70. So referee, Volkoff's got Hillbilly in this backbreaker submission here. Stretching out the Hillbilly's back. So 99. A 42. Hillbilly in a whole lot of trouble here. The fans here is level 3. D move level 3. So needs a 70 on the next one. And Hillbilly just gets out of that backbreaker. He was in a whole lot of trouble. But he somehow managed to get out of that. So now Volkoff there is now at 3 points. I don't think I raised that. So 3. So now we roll for control. And now Hillbilly, so that's a 6. And that's an 8. So it goes away. Hillbilly now in control. 37 for Hillbilly. Big punch. That's 9, 18, 20. So minus 20. Volkoff's at a 191. They roll for control. Volkoff gets the control. So 71 from Volkoff. 71. Big shoulder to the stomach. That's a 7. 14, 15. Hillbilly down to 131. And Volkoff has momentum here. So that's a 16, but Hillbilly has a 19. So that goes away. Hillbilly Jim now. What's he going to do? 63. 63. Big shoulder block by Hillbilly. Knocks down the Russians. That's a 6, 12. 16. Nikolai down to 175. And Hillbilly now gets the control. And a 94 from Hillbilly Jim. 94 rams Volkoff's head in the turnbuckle. So that's 20. 22. Volkoff down to 153. Hillbilly at 131. But now Volkoff gets the advantage. Momentum goes away. 15 for Volkoff. There's a big elbow. Big elbow by Volkoff. So that's a 6, 12. 15. Hillbilly down to 116. Volkoff now getting the momentum here going here. Volkoff now 87. 87 from Volkoff. He's going to throw the Hillbilly out of the ring. That's 12, 24, 27. Hillbilly Jim thrown out of the ring, and he's at an 89. And now we go to the thrown out of the ring chart. So now Volkoff. You have to roll for control. So Volkoff now should be at a 2 because he threw him out of the ring. Volkoff stays in control. Volkoff is going to pursue Hillbilly Jim out of the ring. He's going to pursue. So a 98. 98, both bloodied. Rolled 2d10 to see who was counted out. Lowest roll loses. So both wrestlers out of the ring, both bloodied. On the outside, they both hit each other. They both got a steel chair. And now lowest roll loses. Roll 2d10. So Volkoff, a 55, he is the pursuer. Hillbilly Jim, an 88. Hillbilly Jim able to make it back into the ring. I need that bottom rope, referee. 9, 10, and Volkoff gets counted out. Nikolai Volkoff being counted out of the ring. The winner of this contest, by way of a countout, Hillbilly Jim. Hillbilly Jim, your winner of this contest. Wow, they both hit each other outside the ring with chairs. Referee looking to disqualify both these guys. But Hillbilly Jim made it back underneath the bottom rope. Volkoff didn't make it with the count. And Hillbilly wins by a countout here in Winnipeg. So as you can see, I had the momentum going here. Doesn't seem too bad. And yeah, so I think that works. And then I have my calculators here and all that. Hillbilly Jim was at a 153. Volkoff was at a 153. Hillbilly Jim was at an 89 before that countout had taken place. And the actual result in Winnipeg was both these guys wrestled to a time limit draw. So almost similar, but Hillbilly Jim was able to make it back in, both bloodied after bashing each other with chairs outside the ring. And then Hillbilly able to roll in under that bottom rope somehow after the referee was threatening to disqualify both guys. Hillbilly made it in underneath the bottom rope. Volkoff didn't make it in before the count. He got laid out with that chair shot. And Hillbilly Jim, your winner here in Winnipeg. All right, let's get to the next match. This next match is scheduled for one fall. With his handler Kimchi making his way to the ring from Uganda, weighing in 406 pounds. Kamala with his handler Kimchi, and they'll be taking on the man, former Intercontinental Champ. Here he comes, making his way to the ring from Tacula, Mexico, weighing in at 244 pounds. Tito Santana, the former Intercontinental Champion here. And he has a tough task taking on Kamala here in this match here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. At the Winnipeg Arena here. This is a wonderful night here in Winnipeg, as we just had that match there with Hillbilly Jim and Volkoff. Hillbilly Jim winning by a countout. And again, we're going to go with this match. We're going to go level 2. So Kamala will be at a 378. Level 2. And Tito Santana will be level 2 at a 408. 408. Okay. And again, so now Kamala has Kimchi as his manager. So usually your manager interferes on the cheat chart. If you roll a 1 or if Kamala rolls a 1 or a 2, then that would bring up the cheat chart. And then if you roll a 1 or a 2, that would allow Kimchi to enter the match. What I'm going to do instead is for managers, I'm going to allow them to have a they're going to be able to interfere in a match twice. So I'm going to give them a dice here. Okay, so I'm going to put that on Kimchi. He's going to be able to interfere twice, whether it be just during the wrestling match itself, or if Kamala is being pinned, then he's able to try and interfere, and try and do it that way. And also, I'm also going to try and give them him health. So he has, let's say, 50 health. Usually the managers will be at about 50. A lot of the managers usually are about at 100 for PowerPoints if they're like wrestlers themselves, from what St. Patrick has given them. So as a manager role, I'm giving the managers about 50 health points. And if Tito ever wins a control role over like say Kimchi, if he's trying to interfere, then Tito will be able to do one of his moves to Kimchi and possibly knock him out of the match even. So that's a possibility. We'll see how that plays out. So again, each manager I've given is 2. Someone like Bobby Heenan or Jimmy Hart will probably get 3 points, 3 chances of control to try and come in and interfere for their wrestler. So we'll see how that plays out here. And let's give it a go. So we have Tito Santana against Kamala. This is a match I watched when I was a kid here. And here we go. Santana in the blue, Kamala in the red. So Santana went into control. So he has a 13. Santana now, what's he going to do here? 22. 22 for Santana. Is a big forearm from Tito. 7, 14, 15, 16. So minus 16 from the big Ugandan. Big forearm shot by Tito Santana on Kamala. And now Santana's. That's a 6-7. So Santana now getting some momentum here right off the bat on Kamala. And a 63 for Santana. There's a big punch by Tito laying in those big right hands. So that's an 8, 16, 21. So Kamala down to 341 already. And Kimchi not looking too pleased here at the start of the match. That was an 8, so that's the 4. So now that goes away because Kamala was able to get the advantage here, and now Kamala 65. You gotta watch out here. Kamala 65, a big vertical chop. So that's a 15, 30, 31. Big vertical chop on Santana. He's down to 377. Kamala now. You know he has the control here now. So 14. Kamala, what's he going to do? A 36. And a 36 Kamala. He gets up Tito Santana up. Big body slam and down to the mat goes Santana. That's 30. 35. Kamala's moves here doing a lot of damage to Tito Santana. He's down to 342. And now Kamala. So that's a 17, but Santana has an 18, so that goes away. And now Tito. What's he going to do now? 40. Santana now gets up and he lands a big right hand to the head of Kamala. That's an 8, 16. That's 18. Kamala down to 323. And Santana now he's starting to build up the momentum here. Santana now 3. He has Kamala in a grapple. So 7 and 7. So now we go to the wrestling raffle chart. We go to the wrestling raffle chart. And we roll a 43. 43 on the wrestling raffle chart. Okay, let's just see here what happens here. I'll pull this up here. Okay, so the wrestlers, it says here the 43 is right at the bottom. The wrestlers start choking one another. And brawling. The ref can't get them to stop, and they both run into the ref, knocking him down. He's had enough. It's a double disqualification. So Tito Santana and Kamala have been disqualified here. And they're both throwing right hands at each other here. They're both brawling it out. Santana now getting advantage now. Santana running. He throws a big flying forearm at Kamala. Kamala dazed on his feet. And Kimchi trying to get Kamala back to the dressing room, as they want no more part of Tito Santana. And Santana and the fans are loving it here. As Tito Santana making a show in here, but both these wrestlers were disqualified as they both bumped into the referee. Wow, what a happening here. Both these wrestlers disqualified here. So, and in Winnipeg, the actual event, Tito Santana had beaten Kamala by disqualification. So that was the actual happening. And here, they both were disqualified, bumping into the referee who had had enough of Tito Santana and Kamala and their brawling. Unbelievable. Kimchi taking Kamala back to the dressing room. All right, then we'll get ready for the next match. Okay, this next match is scheduled for one fall. It is a tag team contest managed by their manager, Luscious Johnny V. From Seattle, Washington, weighing in at 242 pounds, Greg the Hammer Valentine. Woo! Woo! And his partner from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 275 pounds, Brutus Beefcake. Woo! Brutus Beefcake and Greg Valentine. And they are going to have their hands full here. Beefcake and Valentine. And their opponents making their way to the ring at a total combined weight of 469 pounds. B. Brian Blair, Jumping Jim Brunzell, the Killer Bees. The Killer Bees, Jumping Jim Brunzell, B. Brian Blair. And this should be a great match against the former tag team champions, the Dream Team of Greg the Hammer Valentine and Brutus Beefcake. All right. Okay, so for this match, I will have the tag teams play out on level 3. So for Beefcake, level 3, he is 244. Oh, sorry. For tag teams, you got to make sure you do their tag team calculation. So his level 3 is actually a 310 with the calculation, because you have to add. He's originally a 610 power points, plus you add his tag team points, that because he's tagging with his actual tag partner Greg Valentine. So it would be 165 added to his 610, makes up to 775 power points as a tag team, and then you figure it out adding the timesing by a 0.8, 0.6, 0.4, 0.2. You get the calculations. So he starts off at a 310 for a tag team, so that's where I'm gonna have him at a level 3. Okay, so I've set up for the tag team match that was here in Winnipeg at that time. This was the Dream Team of Brutus Beefcake, Greg the Hammer Valentine, with their manager Luscious Johnny V. He was there against the Killer Bees, Jumping Jim Brunzell and B. Brian Blair. So I set up everything for this match because I want to explain a few things here. So one, I have like little counters here just to kind of remind me of like what their points are. So again, you're going to take their single power points for each of the wrestlers. So here's like Greg Valentine's. So you're going to take the single 670, and then you're going to add 110 from his tag team points if he's tagging up with Beefcake. So that makes up to 780. So then you do that. You do the timesing the 0.8, 0.6, 0.4, 0.2, again to make up his levels. And I'm going to be playing this match at a level 3. So Valentine will have 312, Beefcake will have 310, Jumping Jim will be at 276, and B. Brian Blair will be at 252. The other thing with this match, I have Johnny V in the match. So again, he will be using just the dice here just to represent that he has 2 times he could try and interfere in the match, whether it be just during the match itself. If he feels his wrestler is not doing well, he could try and interfere that way, or maybe before a pinfall, he could, if one of his wrestlers are getting pinned, then he could try and interfere that way too. So he's only got 2 to use, and he's also got 50 health points. So if Brunzell or B. Brian Blair catch him, like if he's not successful with his interference, they're able to catch him and do some damage with one of their moves and possibly take him out of the match altogether. So there's that. And then the other thing you need for tag teams is they have their tag team move sheet. So here's a tag team moves set, and then the B's were rated A for tag team, and then the Dream Team, they were rated a B for tag team. It's kind of funny because they were actually tag team champs, and the Killer Bees were, they weren't champs, but I guess, maybe they worked together or lasted longer, whatever the case is. And then the other thing is that the Dream Team moveset doesn't come in the book or the PDF, so you have to contact Mr. S.T. Patrick there for the Dream Team moveset. And again, you contact him with the squared circle game at gmail.com. and he'd be able to send you this this here package for the Dream Team here, so you can have their move set on for a tag team. Okay, so I think that about does it. We're still playing with the momentum dice. So whenever tag team has momentum, whenever they tag, they will still continue to have the momentum. Okay, so I'm just gonna put on these guys' calculators here, just so I have it here. So 276 for Brunzell and 312 for Valentine. Okay, and then I do have their a little tracker here with their numbers, just in case like the calculator shut off for any reason and that kind of thing. Again, you'll be able to do this how you like. If you want to take notes on the side, if you're doing it on your phone, on your computer, your laptop, you do it however you feel comfortable with taking points off. I just don't really want to write too much stuff down, so I'm kind of just doing it that way. So here we go. Here's the start of the match here. Greg Valentine and Jumping Jim Brunzell are going to start it off here. So I got tokens here just to kind of show who's in the match right now. So I'll just keep them on the bottom here. You guys can't really see that. You can't really see their partners off screen either, but you just have to just trust me here with the move sets here. So here we go. Here's the start of the match. Jumping Jim and Greg Valentine starting it off. So Jumping Jim is the blue, Greg Valentine is the red. So Valentine gets the advantage here on Jumping Jim, and he rolls an 8. An 8 is an armbar, so he's got Jumping Jim in an armbar. So that's 1, 2, 5. So that's 5. So Jumping Jim is down to 271. So now Valentine has a bit of momentum, but that goes away because Jumping Jim just got momentum. So now 17. Jumping Jim's in control, a 90. A 90 from Jumping Jim. And that is a small package on the hammer. And that's 2 stars. So you could have Johnny V interfere. I'm going to choose not to because it's so early in the match. And so we're going to roll for the cover. And his small package here, Jumping Jim's small package, is a B move. And Valentine is obviously at level 3. So B level 3 is a 1, 16, and 77. So 29 for count of 1, the 16, 26 for count of 2, and a 77 for count of 3. Oh, and Valentine kicks out. The hammer kicked out. That was a quick attempt there by Jumping Jim to get him in a small package. You roll for control. Valentine gets the control. And now what's Greg the Hammer Valentine going to do? Oh, he's doing 100. He's got Jumping Jim in a figure 4. He's got Jumping Jim in a figure 4, so that's 40, 80. That's 82. So 271 minus 82. Brunzell at 189. Brunzell now at 189. And Valentine has got that figure 4 leg lock. So even for tag teams too, they have also, like I said, they have the 2 counters if they want to try and interfere. Brunzell is at a 189, so he's still at level 3. Valentine is going to have him in this figure 4. That would count as 4 moves. And again, he's at a level 3. And this is an A move, A level 3. So 112 and a 74. You got the first one. Got the second one. He needs a 74 for the third. Does B. Brian try and interfere? Does he watch Jumping Jim? He's in a lot of pain here. It does figure 4 leg lock. Or even if I was going on this chart, level 3, which is really the WWF chart, it would be a 110 and a 59 even. So this could be over here quickly on this chart here, 110.59. And does B. Brian want to interfere? The fans in Winnipeg here, not knowing what to make of this, is Valentine has Jumping Jim. And the referee checking Jumping Jim's arm. And a 61. And at 61, he got him. He submitted Jumping Jim Brunzell here in Winnipeg. As B. Bryan is shocked here as he jumps into the ring. The winners of this contest, the Dream Team, Greg the Hammer Valentine and Brutus Beefcake. Wow! Right off the bat, Greg the Hammer Valentine put Jumping Jim in a figure 4 leg lock. And B. Bryan wasn't sure if he should jump in. I think by the time he jumped in, Beefcake had already taken him. And Jumping Jim Brunzell was caught in that figure 4 and he couldn't get out. So the Dream Team looking to try and make their way back to getting their world titles, tag team titles from the British Bulldogs. Wow. So in Winnipeg, actually the Killer Bees had beaten the Dream Team and they had did their mask switching and then they ended up winning the match here. So here, see, there's a shot, there's a chance there, you know, like, do you take the chance and interfere? Is it still early in the match? I guess if he's at level 3, I mean, that roll, maybe I should have rolled for B. Bryan to come in. Let's see, would B. Bryan have been able to come in just for S&Gs, just to see for rolling's sake? So you would say, you know, B. Bryan's going to try and interfere, this Beefcake, you know, make it or not to get him. And nope, he wouldn't have been able to interfere. Beefcake would have stopped him at the path, and Jumping Jim would have been still in trouble with that figure 4. So that's how it would work, you know. There's a shot maybe that, you know, B. Bryan could come in and interfere, and at least it's there, you know, at least the opportunity's there. And if it isn't, you know, you roll the dice, so that the dice said Brutus took him out, you know, so that's how it is. So that kind of gives you a little bit of my homebrew for a tag team, you know. It'd be up to you how you want to play it, you know, or if you have your own ideas, please let me know. So that way, but at least I'm trying to at least get the other partner involved in the match, or even the manager involved in the match, right? So anyways, the Dream Team taking out the Killer Bees. Okay, and we're on to our main event. Here we go. Making his way down the ring. When it comes crashing. Managed by Bobby the Brain Heenan. From Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 252 pounds. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Woo! Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. And you can hear he's using the world champion Hulk Hogan, using his music, Real American. And there you see the Brain. And Mr. Wonderful looking to try and get his hands on the gold here, as he has a golden opportunity in Winnipeg here to take the World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship from Hulk Hogan. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. And making his way to the ring from Venice Beach, California, weighing in at 302 pounds. He is the World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champion, Hulk Hogan! Hulk Hogan, the World Wrestling Federation Champion, and here he is, tearing off the shirt. And Mr. Wonderful is backing up here. And the Real American music is playing in the background as Hogan tears his shirt. And Mr. Wonderful has made his way out of the ring. And Hulk Hogan putting his hand in his ear as the crowd is going nuts here in Winnipeg. All 16,000 fans at the Winnipeg Arena. And we are ready for a World Wrestling Federation Championship title match here. Hulk Hogan defending his title against the challenger, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Bobby Heenan will have 3 control tokens to use in this match here. And Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, this is a golden opportunity for him to become the World Wrestling Federation Champion. Hulk Hogan looking to get revenge for what happened in the summer as that Pearl Harbor job by Paul Orndorff, as he turned the Benedict Arnold, Paul Orndorff turning on his former friend Hulk Hogan. And we are ready for this matchup here in Winnipeg. And we're going to be playing with the full points here. Hulk Hogan with 1,000 points, Paul Orndorff with 635. And here we go. These two lock up, Hulk Hogan the blue dice and Paul Orndorff the red. And Orndorff, you're going to get the advantage here. You're going to get the momentum going. Orndorff now rolls a 40, and a 40 for Mr. Wonderful is a kick to the midsection of the champ, and that's a 9, 18, 23. So Hulk Hogan down to 977. And Mr. Wonderful now is in control. Mr. Wonderful again. With the momentum after that kick to the midsection. Mr. Wonderful now. A 31. A 31 lands a big forearm shot. 8-16. 21. On the champion, Hulk Hogan, who was in a little bit of trouble here at the start of the match. Mr. Wonderful now. And now Hulk Hogan now looking to get control here. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, 51. And a 51 from Hulk Hogan. Lands a big right hand to the head of Orndorff. That's 18. 23. That's Orndorff down to 612. Now, one thing I also wanted to say with Hulk Hogan is his Hulk up. He has to roll a 94 to 98 to get his Hulk up. And another rule I implemented for Hulk Hogan and his Hulk up was that if there is a pin attempt on him, so let's say Orndorff does a roll up for a 91 and it's a double asterisk move, then Hulk Hogan will get 2 free roll attempts to try and Hulk up after that pin attempt. And then if he doesn't get the Hulk up, then then the action just takes place as normal. If it's a 1 asterisk move for a pin and Orndorff gets to control for the pin, which he doesn't really have any, but if somebody else did, then if it's a 1 asterisk, then he'd only get the 1 chance. But if it's a double asterisk pin, then Hogan would get the 2 chances to try and Hulk up. And if he doesn't, like I said, then you keep playing the match. Okay, so let's continue on here. They roll here. So now Orndorff gets control again. Mr. Wonderful. He's looking to try and take the title away from the champion, Hulk Hogan. And a 44 for Orndorff. Lands another kick to the midsection. That's a 18-21. So Hogan down to 935. And now Orndorff, 17. So he would be a 15, but Hogan has a 17, so Hogan gets control. A 33 for the Hulkster. Lands another big punch to Orndorff. That's an 18-23. So is he 612 minus 23. Orndorff at 589. And Hogan now in control. And now they tie on the wrestling raffle chart. So let me go to the wrestling raffle chart. And a 9 on the wrestling raffle chart. Each wrestler rolls 3 d10s. The wrestler with the highest cumulative total automatically wins the next 3 control rolls. It's a flurry. It counts as 3 moves. So Orndorff, we'll get Orndorff to roll here. His first 3. So he rolls a 60, 6, a 70, and a 9. So that's at 60, 160, or 16. Hogan, a 6. 10, so that's 16. 20. So Hogan wins the battle there, and now Hogan gets the next 3 moves. The next 3 moves uncontested here. So that's a 6. So this goes away. So that's a 6. Hogan has him in an arm bar, so that's 1, 2. So that's a 6. That's 583. This is the second move he gets for free. A 68 for Hogan. And that is a big clothesline. 16, 32, 33. That's 550. So now, hang on a sec here. I just want to note Hogan's health in case the battery shuts down on the, not the battery, but it shuts off automatically. So Hogan's at a 935. We'll put that there just in case. So, all right, so now he hit a 68. So that was a big clothesline. So 16, 32, 33. I think I minus that already, right? If I didn't, please leave a comment, I guess. I'm just so excited and trying to get everything right here. So now, on that 68, that's a clothesline. So now he has to roll for control. to see if he gets the pin off of that. And he does not. And Orndorff, so that would be counted, I guess, as his third move. Or would he get control automatic? I guess he would get control automatically as his third move. So Hogan would get the pin as his third move. So we go to the pin. Sorry, guys. Just trying to get it right here. So you go to the pin. Let me make sure and put down Orndorff's total too. I don't want it to go blank on me, the calculator screen. So he's at 550. So now we go to the cover. And Orndorff is at level 0 still. We're going to go to that second pinfall chart. And Hogan's clothesline that he did is a E move. So E and level 0. E level 0. So Hogan needs 11 for a count of 1. 36 for a count of 2. And a 99 for a count of 3. And Orndorff will kick out. Orndorff kicks out on a count of 2. And now we go back to normal with the control rolls. And Orndorff gets control. Orndorff gets control. He gets momentum dice. And now 63 for Orndorff. 63 for Mr. Wonderful. He lands a big punch to Hogan. That's 9, 18, 21, 9, 14. Now Orndorff in control. And now he's got 2. Tell me if you like this idea, guys, about the momentum dice. Tell me if you think this is good or not. So, Orndorff now. An 11. And he lifts the knee. Lifts the knee into Hogan's midsection. That's a 4, 8, 11. Hogan down to 903. And Orndorff again in control here. The challenger pulling out all the stops here against the Hulkster here in this match. And Orndorff now, he's going for that pile driver on the Hulkster. He's going for that pile driver. Oh, he hit it. The pile driver. That's 100. 101. And Hogan is down to 802. He's still into level 0, but that is an A move. And now Orndorff scored for the cover. He's going for the cover of the Hulkster. A move, level 0. Needs a 1 for a count of 1. 13 for a count of 2. And 84 for a count of 3. And Hogan just kicked out. Hogan just kicked out, and the fans were worried here. And now Hogan, is he going to Hulk up? Needs a 94 to 98. Does he Hulk up? That's a 59, so no Hulk up. Mr. Wonderful still in control here. And the fans are concerned for the champion, and Mr. Wonderful now still in control. And now Mr. Wonderful. A 32. Orndorff lands a kick again on the Hulkster. 18. That's 24. Hogan down to 778. And Mr. Wonderful coming back here at 15. So Orndorff again went into control. And he had the momentum, so he's winning the control. They're able to chain his moves here together. And a 16 for Orndorff. 16. Again, lifting a knee to Hogan. That's 4, 8, 12. Hogan in a whole lot of trouble here. The Hulkster is the most trouble I've seen him in. Now the Hulkster. This will be 11, so now the momentum goes away, and the Hulkster now looking to change the momentum here in this match. A 45. 45 for Hogan is another big right hand. So that's a 9, 18, 22. And Orndorff's at 528. And Orndorff now, he gets back the advantage here. Orndorff getting back the advantage again. Hogan was just getting the momentum, and Orndorff stopped him in his tracks. It's now Orndorff. 29. This runner lands a forearm. 16. 19. Hogan down to 747. Orndorff at 528. But the Hulkster coming back now. The Hulkster, what's he going to do? 55. Hogan lands a big right hand again. That's 9, 18, 21. Orndorff at 507. And the Hulkster now. Oop. Hulkster now. Again, he's getting the momentum on his side now. The Hulkster, what's he going to do? 58. 58 for Hogan. Comes off row, hits Orndorff with a big shoulder block. Big shoulder blocks. That's 6-12. 18. And Orndorff down to 489. Hogan at 747. And Hogan now still in control. Hogan now, he's getting the momentum and the fans are loving it here in the Winnipeg Arena. And 92 for the Hulkster. Now he's got Orndorff up and he's choking it. The fans are loving it. That's 14. 19. And Heenan going bonkers outside the ring. Orndorff at a 470. But now Orndorff trying to change the tide there as he rakes the eyes of Hogan. And now what's he going to do now? 32. Lands a kick to the midsection again of Hogan. So that's 9, 18, 19. 728. Oh, and now they tie. It's going to the wrestling raffle chart. A 24 on the wrestling raffle chart. 24. Okay, so this is kind of fun. We got the wrestling bump chart here. So let me just make sure. I think because we rolled a 24. Let me just make sure. No, it doesn't go to the wrestling bump chart. That chart though is interesting. So 24. The two wrestlers in the ring run into one another at an inopportune time and both are heavily jarred. They pause and they both fall at once. Orndorff and Hogan drop down with one arm draped over the other for a lucky pin attempt. The leading wrestler rolled 2d10. The roll is a 1 to 50. The heel has the pin attempt. The roll is a 51 to 100. The face has the pin attempt. So let's see. If it's a 1 to 50, the heel has the pin. It's a 64, so no, Hogan has the pin. And the pin attempt is a 1, 10, and 50. It's completely random chance pin attempt, and both seem like they are out cold. So Hogan has his arm draped over Orndorff. They both hit head to head, but Hogan has his arm draped, and now referee covering 1 for a count of 1, 10 for a count of 2. Got a 71, and Bobby Heenan is getting up on the apron. He's going to use one of his attempts here. So now he's down to 2. So now we're going to do a control roll for Hogan and Heenan. And Heenan gets control. Now what's Heenan going to do? He's going to try and interfere. Heenan's going to try and interfere. So we're going to go to his chart. There's the Bobby Heenan chart. We're going to roll. See what does Heenan do. A 40. A 40. And Orndorff has the referee tied up. Heenan steps in and now he's kicking at Hogan. So that's 8, 16, 22. So Heenan breaking up that pin attempt there and was able to get in there, and Orndorff was able to distract the referee. Heenan, seeing the title was slipping there, and decided to interfere. And now Orndorff now trying to take back the momentum here. And Orndorff, a 73 for Mr. Wonderful. There's an atomic drop. So that's an 8, 16, 18. Hogan down to 688. Orndorff at 470. And now Orndorff gets the momentum because he has that 19. Mr. Wonderful, 79. And 79 is he gets Hogan up in a big body slam. That's a 15, 30, 5, 35. Big body slam by Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Sends the champ down on the mat. And Orndorff again, he gets control. And Mr. Wonderful now 60. Well, now he's going to get Hogan up. Lands a big right hand. Drops him down on the mat. So that's an 18. 23. And Orndorff having the momentum here in this match. And the fans are worried about their champ, the Hulkster. Orndorff now goes up to a 4 in momentum. And he has a 75. And a 75 for Orndorff. Gets the Hulkster up. Throws him in the rope, off the rope. Big clothesline. That's a 20. 22. I'm just going to change Orndorff his numbers here just because I haven't typed him in a little bit. So he's at a 470. Okay. And down goes the champ, and he is hurt. He's at a 608. Orndorff at a 470. And now Orndorff again with control. He's able to chain these moves together here. Orndorff with a 53. And a 53 is another punch. Another punch by a big right hand by Orndorff. Again, that's a 9, 18, 22. And Hulkster, he's down to 586. And I'm just going to put that down. 586. So that's being counted. And Orndorff with the momentum. And now 7, 12. He is short. Orndorff again. Sorry. Orndorff still in control here. And 86 for Mr. Wonderful. 86. He throws him into the turnbuckle. He throws the Hulkster into the turnbuckle. That's a 16. 22. And Hogan in a whole lot of trouble here. As he has come down quite a few levels here against the challenger, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Orndorff now in full control here. He has maxed out at 6 at his momentum. A 77. Mr. Wonderful. Gonna hit him. Throw Hogan off the rope again. Hits him with another big clothesline off the rope. That's an 18. That's 36. That's a 40. Mr. Wonderful doing some huge damage on the champion Hulk Hogan. And the Hulkster now in a whole lot of trouble as his world championship is in a lot of danger here. Orndorff now, 66. Throws another big right hand. That's an 18. 24. Damage. Orndorff got the champion down to 500. And he's at 470. Got the champion down to 500. And Orndorff again. Chaining these moves together. 98. And he's getting up for that big pile driver. That's 105. Hulkster down to 395. And the Hulkster now, he is at level 3. And that is an A move. And Orndorff is going for the cover. Orndorff going for the cover. So now it's an A move, and Hogan is at level 3. A level 3. Leads a 1. Got a 90, a 10, and a 59. And Hogan just kicked out. The Hulkster just kicked out. And now let's see if Hogan can Hulk up. He's got 2 chances to 46 and an 80, but no Hulk up. And Orndorff still in control here. Mr. Wonderful. That's a 9 to a 6. Orndorff again, still in control. And the fans are cheering on the Hulkster. Hogan! 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 And now Orndorff, 47. Another kick to the midsection. And that's a 9. 18. 19, 20. And Hogan has gone below Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff here. He's at 375. Orndorff at 470. Orndorff again. Still with the momentum. 23. 23 for Orndorff. An elbow. An elbow is a 8, 16, 22. That's 353. And again, Orndorff still in control because he has the momentum with the dice. 84 for Orndorff. There's a back suplex now. Can you get the champion up in that back suplex? That's a 17. That's 34. 39. And that back suplex. Hogan down to 314. And Mr. Wonderful in full control. And a 6 and a 6. That's on the wrestling raffle chart. So they tied at 20. So they go to the wrestling raffle chart. And a 6 on the wrestling raffle chart. Hang on here. While I look it up for 6 on the wrestling raffle chart. Okay. So each wrestler rolls 3d10. Wrestler at the highest cumulative total automatically wins the next 3 control rolls. It's a flurry. Counts as 3 moves. So Orndorff. 22, 40, 60, and 100. 160. Hogan. 30, 80. So Orndorff gets control. So Orndorff has the next 3 moves on the Hulkster, who's in a whole lot of trouble here. 57 for Orndorff. 57. Lands a big right hand. 9, 18, 22. Orndorff again. A 50. A 50 from Mr. Wonderful. Another big right hand. 9, 18. 23 points of damage. And Orndorff again. A 31. Lands a forearm shot to the Hulkster. And the Hulkster is in a whole lot of trouble. That's 8, 16. 21. Hulkster down to 248. Down to 248. Orndorff at 470. And the Hulkster is in a whole lot of trouble. Orndorff again, still with the advantage. A 46. A 46 now is a kick to the midsection. 9, 18, 23, 225. And Orndorff wins the control because of the momentum. And a 76 for Orndorff. He sends Hogan into the ropes. Hits him with a big clothesline. That's a 18. That's a 36. 38. Minus 10. Hogan down to 187. So I'm just going to write this. I'm just going to document this down. 187. And Hulk Hogan is in trouble here of losing his World Wrestling Federation title here in Winnipeg. The champ in a whole lot of trouble. Orndorff again. Oh, it was like a 8. So Orndorff again still in control here. 57. 57 from Orndorff is another big right hand. Landing square at the head of the Hulkster. 18. 23. 23 damage. Hulkster down to 164 to Orndorff's 470. And Orndorff still winning the control here. It is Paul Orndorff in this match. 11. Orndorff lifts the knee. 4, 8, 9, 10. Hulkster down to 154. Orndorff again winning the advantage. And a 9 for Orndorff. A 9 is he arm drags the Hulkster down. That's 4, 8, 12. And Hulk Hogan is in a whole lot of trouble here. The Hulkster still losing momentum. 85. 85. Now Orndorff throws him into the turnbuckle. 16. 21 damage. Hogan down to 121. And now Hogan finally now able to muster something up here after all that damage he's taken. Orndorff 470. Can Hogan muster something up? 48. 48 from Hogan is a big punch. Lands, that's a 9. 18. 24 damage. And now the Hulkster seeing if he could try and get something going there. Now Hogan gets the momentum. Hogan getting the momentum. And a 58 from Hogan. He comes off ropes, lands a big shoulder tackle. That's 12. 17. Orndorff down to 429. The Hulkster now in control. The Hulkster. Now he's getting the momentum going here. Hogan 76. He picks Orndorff up, slams him down to the canvas. That's 15, 30, 36. Orndorff down to 343, 393. And now the Hulkster 18-14. Orndorff wins the advantage. Cuts the momentum. 52. 52 for Orndorff. There's a big punch. 9, 18, 21. Hulkster's down to 100. Orndorff at 393. And Orndorff now, he gets the momentum. Orndorff 59. He is just doing all kinds of damage to Hulk Hogan here. 9, 18, 19. This is an 81. And Bobby Heenan is loving his chances here to win the gold here. Orndorff again. Winning control here. And an 82 for Mr. Wonderful. There's a suplex. He's going to get the champ. Can he get the champ up? Can he get the champ up? Yes, he does. He got him up in a suplex. And down on the mat goes the Hulkster. 34. 38 damage. Hulkster down to 43. Orndorff. But now the Hulkster looking to try and come back here. As he's trying to get some momentum going here. 84. He's going to take Orndorff's head and ram him into the turnbuckle. 10, 20, 21. Orndorff down to 372. The Hulkster now. He gets the momentum going. The Hulkster, what's he going to do now? A 53. Lands a big right hand. That's a 9, 18, 20. And Hogan now got a long way to bring Mr. Wonderful down here. And Mr. Wonderful cuts him off there. Cuts off that momentum. And Mr. Wonderful, every time the champion tries to build something, Orndorff cuts him off. 72. 72 is a backdrop. Gets the Hulkster up in a big backdrop. That's an 8, 16, 17 points of damage. Hulkster down to 26. And Orndorff now, he gets the momentum again. An 11. Orndorff now lifts the knee again lifting it to the midsection of the Hulkster. That's a 4, 8, 12. Hogan down to 14. Orndorff again with the momentum. At 32. 32 for Mr. Wonderful. Big kick to the midsection. 9, 18, 22. And Hogan now is a -8. Mr. Wonderful is just all over the champion Hulk Hogan. But Hogan now gets he's starting to try to get that momentum going. And a 60 for the Hulkster. Comes off the rope with a double axe handle. Double axe handle. That's a 4, 8, 12. Gets Orndorff with a big double axe handle coming off the rope. But now Orndorff gets back to momentum. Now 42 for Orndorff. 42 for Orndorff is a big kick to the midsection. That's a 9. 18, 19. Hogan is -27. Orndorff is at 340. But Hogan now, he gets the advantage. Hogan now 96. Hogan at 96. And he is hulking up. The Hulkster is hulking up here. So now, you hulk up, we got to see his hulking up chart here. So we roll this here. He's rolled a 56 on his Hulk up chart. Use me to Hulkster. 3 punches. He punches Orndorff. 1, 2, 3. Throws him into the turnbuckle. Orndorff comes out of the turnbuckle. Big body slam. Now he's going for the big leg drop. He drops the leg. That counts as 6 moves. And it's an A finisher. And it's 75 damage. 5. So that's 150 damage plus 151. So 56. And he's going for a pin. And this is an A pin here. An A pin. As Hogan just dropped a leg. And Orndorff is at 189. So he is at a level 3 still. Level 3A. It's a 110.59. So Hogan go over the cover. Gets an 81 for a count of 2. A 77 for a count of 3. Heenan going to try and interfere. Bobby the Brain going to try and interfere. Rolling against Hogan. And he rolls. Gets the advantage. Heenan gets the advantage down to 1. And now, what's he going to do on his chart? A 79. Oh no, look at this. Heenan got some brass knucks for Orndorff. Ties to the referee. Oh, and Heenan hits Hogan with some brass knucks for plus 30. 30, 60. 65 damage on Hulk Hogan. And Hogan is down to minus 92. The Hulkster has been laid out here by some brass knucks by Bobby Heenan while Orndorff tied up the referee. And now Orndorff gonna see if he can roll for control here to try and keep at the Hulkster and go for a pin. You go to the wrestling raffle chart. An 82. 82 on the wrestling raffle chart. The leading wrestler automatically wins the next control roll. So Orndorff automatically wins the next control roll here. So Orndorff now. He is the leading wrestler, 20. And a 20 is a knee drop as he got the Hulkster down after being hit with that brass knuckles. Drops a big knee. So that's 6, 12, 18. And Hogan is at minus 110. Orndorff drops a knee. And let me just see what it is to go for a cover. I think if he rolls control, he could try and go for a cover here on Hulkster. Let's see if he gets the control. He does get the control. Let me just pause to see how that works. Okay, so according to the core rule book, if you win a control, you could use the wrestler, the A move line at level 4 for 1,653. So, Orndorff now going for a cover on the Hulkster. 1,653. Is there going to be a new champion? That's a count of 1. Count of 2. And then he's at 53 or more. And Hogan kicked out. Hogan kicked out. And listen to these fans. They're going crazy here. Does the Hulkster Hulk up? No, he cannot Hulk up. But Orndorff is in control here of this match. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. And he has that control die here. Orndorff has been all over Hulk Hogan in this match. And now the Hulkster. He's looking to try and get 29 for the Hulkster. He throws Mr. Wonderful into the turnbuckle. That is a 8-16, 17. Orndorff was at 189. Throw into the turnbuckle. 16-17. Orndorff down to 172. And now the Hulkster now. He's trying to get some momentum going here. The Hulkster now. That's 70. And a 70 for the Hulkster. He comes off the rope. Hey, he hits it with a big clothesline. Big clothesline, and that's 32. 34 points of damage on Orndorff. And now he's going for a cover as Orndorff's down to 138. The Hulkster going for the cover. And Orndorff now, he is at level 3. He's at level 3. And the clothesline again is an E move. E, level 3. 9, 22. You got a count of 1. 29 for a count of 2. Is Heenan trying to interfere one last time? Heenan trying to interfere. And Heenan again gets the chance to interfere. Heenan. This is his last chance to interfere. What's he roll here? An 86. And now Heenan coming off the top rope. Punch with brass knuckles and hits the Hulkster again with some brass knuckles. Again, 40, 80, 82. Hogan at 192. And the Hulkster, I mean, he is completely out of it. I don't even know how Hulk Hogan is out of it. And look at Orndorff and Heenan. And Orndorff gets control now. And Orndorff now. What's he going to do now? A 15. And a 15 from Orndorff is a big knee. 4. This goes away. 5, 6. 8. Sorry, that's a 10. That's another 10. 202. And now you're going to see me win control and go for a pin. And he wins control and he's going for a pin. He wins momentum. And now Orndorff, again, just needing. It was on the A line. I've got to look at it again. 1-6-53. So now he's going for a cover. 1 for a count of, got 11 for a count of 1. 6 for a count of, got 100. And a 53 for a count of 3. Is there a new champion here in Winnipeg? And he got him. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff is the new World Wrestling Federation champion. The winner of this contest and new World Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff is a new World Wrestling Federation champion. As Hulk Hogan was knocked out by the brass knuckles of Bobby the Brain Heenan. Unbelievable here in Winnipeg with title change here. Wow, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff doing the impossible, taking out world champion Hulk Hogan here in Winnipeg. Wow, there you have it, guys. You know, this is a dice game. Anything could happen in a dice game, right? So, there you see it. Of course, Hogan, from what I watched, won by a disqualification because he was going to trying to give the power driver to Orndorff, and then Heenan came in and hit him with a chair, and then so that prompted a disqualification. So yeah, so as you can see, Orndorff was just winning the control rolls, whether he had the momentum or not. The dice were just rolling towards Orndorff, and you know, Heenan's interference came in a couple times there to kind of change the match a bit on Hulk Hogan, especially the last part there, you know, with the top rope punch with brass knuckles there. That really took a lot of the steam out of the Hulkster, and then, you know, to be able to convert it to a pin off the other chart there. So there you have it. I mean, anything could happen, guys. I thought I'd give you guys a little playthrough of, you know, what I watched when I was a kid here. It's not exactly what happened, but, you know, but anything could happen when you play a dice game, right? You could say that, you know, I homebrewed some rules and stuff like that. That changed things in the match. And to be honest, I don't really think it did. I think it was just, I think a lot of the dice rules were in favor of Orndorff. Any of the other matches too, like, we went to the charts. We had guys bloodied right out of the, with Volkoff and Hillbilly bloodied as soon as they got out to the ring floor. They cheered each other. So that's just the zaniness of wrestling, right? And things that could happen in wrestling. So yeah, this game is a great game. It's very fun. Lots, I think there's a lot to uh, kind of just turn the screws in for here and there to kind of like really make it a really sharp game. Mr. S.D. Patrick put a lot of work into the game and charted all these moves here for these guys. That's great. I think like some things like I said, like the Hogan Hall Cup, it only happens on a 94 to 98 out of 100. Chance out of 100. So for me, like I said, to put it after one asterisk if they got him down for a count, then he could try the Hulk up for free, because that's just how it was, right? If he got hit with someone's big finisher or something like that, and they try and go for the cover, he kicked out, he's hulking up, so just to have it just regular, I think it's really hard for him to get. Like he did get it the one time, but I think after kickouts and stuff, he should have a free chance to try and go for it, and he doesn't always get it, as you can see. He's not always going to get that role either. I think the manager interference, that could go either way. It just happened to go Bobby Heenan's way the 3 times that he interfered, and then the momentum dice, I think too, wasn't too bad, because if the other guy flat out just beats him, then the momentum kind of goes away from that one wrestler and it kind of starts up again. So it's not necessarily, that the other wrestler doesn't have a chance to try and get back momentum. He can get momentum back, but again, the dice just have to be favorable to him, right? So, and in this case too, at Orndorff, he was just rolling. The dice were just rolling ridiculous for him on his side. So he had the momentum. Even when he didn't have the momentum, it just rolled for him anyways, And he was still beating Hogan's dice rolls without even the momentum dice even to kind of like push him over. There was only like maybe 1 or 2 times that it did that. So I think I liked my homebrew solutions. I'd like to see hopefully Mr. S.C. Patrick come up with some other possible homebrew solutions, or if any of you guys out there that are watching, if you think you have some decent homebrew solutions to get into managers or the momentum or anything like that, feel free to comment or contact Mr. S.C. Patrick about it and that. And again, I really do think this game has so much potential and so much room to, it's a great game already. It's a great game already as a wrestling sim. But to really tighten the screws on it and to really truly make it like how it should, I think there's just 1 or 2 more screws that have to be tightened on this game to kind of really push it over the edge. And but I think it's just right there. And I this is great. I love playing it. I love, I'm not too nuanced by guys like I know there was a comment about someone didn't like there was the punching and kicking and all that kind of stuff, just a lot of stuff during the match. And you know what, for the time period, that's all it was really. If you really look back, I think these guys, I think it was just their personalities that really set them apart and really made them like superhero like figures almost. And some of the stuff they did in the match, it was just a lot of punching and kicking, but it just seemed probably bigger than life than what they were doing, So, I think it's a great game. I think it's, like I said, this has probably just the 1 or 2 more screws to tighten up on, but other than that, I think it plays really well. And so hopefully you guys like the videos here. And then one more thing I wanted to add it to again was the double damage. I think, both wrestlers are able to do when they get the opportunity, right, for double damage. So I don't think that either was taken away from, this match here, like that Orndorff like really brought down Hogan's health like a lot because he had a lot of control roles. So even if you were playing a single, he got off like a couple power drivers on Hulk even and stuff like that, you know. So those are big moves that he pulled off on him, and yeah. So I don't think that even that would have like really saved Hogan, you know. And even in other matches, I just I think it's uh it's just part it just would just be part of the game, and again it's just all part of the dice rolls, right? So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. It took me a little while to kind of I'm still kind of playing through these things and kind of testing things out. I had the calculators going. I bought 4 calculators for tag team matches, but then when I was playing, I'd played it once, and then the calculators like that aren't really being used, they start to shut off. So then, if you don't have the guy's points written down somewhere or charted somewhere, then it went off. So I kind of had to redo that. And then so then just to make sure that this match went smoothly, I had to make sure and just kind of keep a tab of the health, just to make sure it didn't disappear on the calculators or anything like that. But again, you chart your matches how you want. If you have a laptop, you have your iPads or your Android devices, whatever, how you want to take your notes for your matches, you do that. And I'm happy, even if it seems slower how I was playing it or whatever. I'm still happy playing it though. So that's the important thing. As long as you're happy playing a game, that's what's the important thing. And even this here, as much as I'm a Hulk Hogan fan, and to see Hogan lose to Orndorff, this is a dice ruling system. So I mean, you could play this back, you could run this back, and I'm sure Hogan would probably get the better of him, 9 out of 10 times here, kind of thing. So, anyways, thanks again for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. Please check out some of the other great content creators on YouTube and their stuff. Again, if you want to see other squared circle material, please check out the Solo Promoter. He has other videos playing concerning this game, so please check him out. And this coming Friday, May 26th, Friday 2023, there's going to be a chat with Al Red Sox fan. Please check out his wonderful channel. It's going to be myself and Mr. St. Patrick chatting with Al Red Sox fan about this game. So this is a time to, if you don't have any subscriptions to Al Red Sox fan, please subscribe, because he has a thing on his channel. If you haven't subscribed to his channel within 5 hours, then you can't ask any questions on his chats. So, if you are a fan of this game and you're not subscribed to Al Red Sox fan and you have any questions for Mr. St. Patrick, myself, or Al, please subscribe to Mr. Al Red Sox fan's channel. And again, this Friday at 7 Eastern Time, 6 Central, in that neighborhood, we should have a chat. So please look forward to that. Okay, guys, it's been great. I thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them, and I will try to answer them as best as I can. And again, just enjoy your games, enjoy playing, and I thank you all for watching. Take care, and God bless.